Welcome to the RIP 28 podcast. This is a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them on the RIP 28 podcast. I am your very humble host, Slider Sports Guy. I am on a podcast and I have recently been voted on by 7 out of 9 Black female lawyers as the sexiest podcast host in America. I'm Slider Sports Guy, joined by a few of my good friends. We always start off with the president. What's going on, El Presidente?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's get it popping as always. And in the building. Let's go.
And then we got your favorite coach's favorite coach, Mr. No Child Support Left Behind. The one and only El Beezy. What's going on, El Beezy?
Man, this is El Beezy, the GOAT, man. I'm here feeling like a champ right now, you know what I'm saying? Had a great weekend, man. So I'm here with my people and with a very distinguished guest. So I'm ready to get it, man. Don't ask me about no child support. I do my duties.
It is.
Better pay Brian some child support.
That's it, baby.
You know, speaking of distinguished and special guests, you know what we like to do. We use that term a lot, especially when Shauna on, we say special. We just really don't have any other adjectives. So we say special. But this time we might actually mean it. We actually mean it. We have the one and only, the official attorney and lawkeeper of the RIP 28 podcast, the one who is our official legal aid, the one and only, the Nichole Bates Davis. How are you doing?
Thank you
Esquire.
so much.
Wait a minute, do you say the Esquire first or after?
Nah, we usually just put that in writing, but
okay,
it's nice to be in the building with some fellows that I admire and respect. So thank you for having me on.
Oh, you the nicest guest we've had, because Shauna would never say that about us.
Man, well, she will be back next week.
She'll say that about me and Chance. It's just one, the guy that was voted 7 out of 9. Lawyers, Black female lawyers.
Well, we need to find those two that didn't vote for you.
Well,
I know one. Hey, I know one.
It's haters. It's haters out there everywhere, man. It's haters. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to call it. But anyway, man, we are here on the podcast, man. Thank everybody out there for joining us. We see all y'all out there following. I can't give you the quick rundown, but here's the thing. Right now, everybody watching, everybody listening, we appreciate it when you check us out live. But remember to go and click on the link or whatever and go to our YouTube page. Watch the complete episode. Where can they watch us? Where can they listen to us at, Brian, man? Where we at, man?
Man, we on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Podbean, Podbay. Anywhere you can stream a podcast, you can get us good-looking fellas and our very good-looking and distinguished guests. Every week, man, we here. We do this. That's what we do.
That's what we on Twitter.
Yeah, Our Twitter ain't
we gonna get back. We gonna get back on X. Yeah, formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, we had to let go of our social media director, so we're trying to work that back out, man. We're trying to work that thing back out, man. Shout out to Ryan. I see you out there, Ryan. Yeah, we need to find those 7. Yeah, we got to find them, so they can show me some love too. But anyway, man, hey, lot going on, man. And you know what? Coming up in a couple of days, man, probably when you're checking out this podcast, you can tell by the outfit that Chance got on. It is Halloween. It is Halloween.
Why must we do this stuff?
Already.
Chance
already.
Coming out as the scary boogeyman for Halloween.
Just out the gate with the shade.
Hey, man, we don't waste no time on this show.
We really don't. I'm surprised it lasted this long.
I'm telling you. But check this out, though, man.
You got one coming.
It's Halloween, man. Hey, Do y'all still because Halloween on a Tuesday, so most of the Halloween parties was on Saturday. Saturday just passed. Man, y'all still dress up, do crazy things, get loose on Halloween? Anybody?
I don't, dog. I dress as the same thing every year. A coach. It's easy. I'm already at practice, so I just make it easy. I'm a coach. But no, I hadn't done that
Wait
in
a
a
minute.
while.
Are you one of them Coach Matt coaches with your booty cutter shorts on? Now you got the shorts on,
No,
or
I
are
don't
you
got
one
the
of them
short
new
shorts
modern
on.
coaches?
Hey, I'm
Wrong.
more like a Coach Prime, dog. But I'm a region champ. I'm a champion.
There
I'm
you
like
go.
Coach Prime.
There you go. Big win for y'all. What y'all play? Gilbert, I think.
Yeah, man. Gave them their first loss this week, man, and secure home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So big win.
Big win for the BC Bearcats over there. Hey, what
Yes,
about
sir.
what about you, Nikki? You you do your thing on Halloween?
I mean, yeah.
What that look mean? I mean, yeah, like
The
what that
red.
mean?
I
But
mean,
Explain.
my costume this year is Little Red Riding Hood. So yeah.
Oh. Now that brings my question. We're gonna skip Chance. We're gonna come back to you, Chance, on your Halloween, because we got to get this right here, man. You say Little Red Riding Hood, and what I'm noticing in my older age, it seems like women, when it come to Halloween, hey, we see you out there, Christy. Thank you for checking in. Hey, it seems like women use Halloween as an excuse to get a little bit slutty in their costume and get a little bit risque, as they like to say. They get a little bit risque in that Hollywood. In that Halloween costume. You cross that line?
Okay, so this is how, first of all, that's subjective.
Hey,
So
I don't have a problem with it.
Let's start with that. So it's based on your interpretation. But for a person like me, who's always having to be booted and suited all the time, it's nice to play dress up and be free for a little bit,
I got you. I don't know, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Been a long time since I even did a Halloween costume. One time I was walking my girl, her daughter around. I just wore me I put a sheet over my head. I went as a ghost. I went old school. What about you, Chance, man? You mess around with the Halloween? Because I know your boy he a little bit older now. I think he might be too cool to do Halloween trick or treat.
Dress like gorilla every day. That's all but now I don't really do Halloween. As y'all may know or may not know, my mom passed the day before Halloween. That was gonna be 10 years this year. So since then, I really ain't celebrated too much. I go out there with kids, but I ain't out here having a good time.
Yeah, I think for me, man, I'm on door duty. While everybody else go out, I'm manning the house. I'm giving out the candy and stuff at Halloween. I give out a piece, I take a piece. That's how I work, man. Hey.
You need to make it over to my neighborhood. I'm giving out full bars.
No.
Some
Wait a
neighborhoods
minute.
around here that be giving the parents that liquor.
Slide. Wait a minute. We got RPP. We can't relate to that rich people problem.
Rich people problem.
We definitely ain't giving out no dang on full bars, Nick. We are giving out the fun size, and if you don't like those, I'm like, Slide, give it back and go somewhere else.
I'm giving out peppermints, and sometimes I give out top ramen. Depends on how late they come by it.
They give canned goods and everything.
Yeah, they can make it to my house too late, man. They gonna get some top ramen. They gonna get some green beans in a can.
No, I'm sorry. Top ramen is valuable. I'm not giving that out.
Hey, man, that's 15 cents a piece, man.
You don't know nothing about no top. You don't know nothing about that.
No, see the thing about we discussed this.
If you giving out full bars, you don't know nothing about that.
No. First of all,
you can't relate.
You talking about a chick that was born and raised in Saxon Homes, so I do know about top ramen. So,
but she was on the upper end.
But I dress it up now. So we talked about this on a previous episode where I was saying that with mine, I add a little chopped ribeye. I add some cilantro, a little sesame oil, a little chili powder, that type of thing.
And some hot sauce.
Look, yeah. For sure.
That don't sound like no Saxon home with no cilantro. And shout out to everybody I know from Saxon Homes. I'm not saying I got some good friends from Saxon Homes,
No.
That
Now,
don't
when I
sound like
was
no
growing
Saxon
up in
home.
Saxon, see, now you trying to play me. When I was
I
growing
ain't
up in
trying to
Saxon homes, what we used to put in there, we used to put some hot dog weenies in
Dog,
it and slice of
you
cheese.
better know that. You better know that.
So
Don't act
see,
like you've been using no cilantro since you've been back in the day.
I didn't know what cilantro was when I was living in Saxon homes.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I just found out what cilantro was a couple years ago. I was like, what the green stuff on the taco? That's
Cilantro.
Cilantro new, man. I didn't know it was no cilantro 20 years ago, man.
Man, listen, I didn't learn about a lot of that stuff until I was actually working part-time in food line. And people would come in and buy that stuff. And I'll be like, what? And then I learned a lot. So, man, I didn't know nothing about it either, Sly.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the comments. We see you, Stacy. Courtney Sesson talking about, I never had anyone come to my door, and I hope I never do. I'm called cap on that one, Courtney. Somebody came and rung on your door. Somebody.
She might always have. No, don't come for my girl like that. Court is my boo. Don't come for her like that. She might have her light out.
Hey, y'all ever been in a neighborhood?
Courtney got a little baby. She need to be going out trick-or-treating. Court, how old your daughter? About 3? 2 or 3 or something like that. She need to be out there trick-or-treating.
I don't know. She a cute little something though. She a cutie pie.
Must be the baby.
Hey, y'all ever been in a neighborhood where you go trick-or-treat with the kids, they give you like shots of liquor or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Nah, they don't do that.
Yeah, we got some neighborhoods like that around here. That they got something for the parents too.
Yeah, out here in our neighborhood, you get hot dogs and stuff like that for the parents because probably hungry while taking the kids out trick or treating. So,
nah, man, my HOA, man, them motherfuckers strict, boy. They only want people walking on one side of the street. We got monitors out here for our HOA, and then the security, I'm like, come on, man.
Hey, you talking about RPP? This man got security and monitors in his neighborhood.
What?
See, you let somebody talk enough, they'll tell it. They'll tell it themselves.
It's only so long poor people can pretend.
It probably Craig and Day security.
Oh yeah, they
top flight security.
Top flight.
I don't think my security gonna do much if anything ever happened. But yeah,
they got them whistles though.
Yeah, but nah, man, my neighborhood tough, man. These folk, man, that's the funny thing, man. Moving out, you figure you want to move out the city and move far out with these white folk, man. They rules different out here, man. It's different.
You said they Halloween different around there.
The focus is on maintaining the property value and increasing it, not decreasing it. That's the focus.
Ain't no egging of the house or none of that. Mm-hmm. It's
See,
been a long time.
He's showing he from Columbia, South Carolina, everybody.
It's been a long time since we egged the house. But hey, man, but that's fun though, man. I do now. It's funny because I remember as a kid we would trick or treat in my neighborhood. Then we would try to go and ride all the way out to Irmo. We'd go out to Irmo. We could get some good candy out there. We'll make our way back down Broad River, and that's when I thought Pine Valley was nice. We'd stop at Pine Valley on the way back.
You stupid. Talking about you thought it was.
That's for hey, that's before we got a little bit older.
Crazy.
Stupid.
Yeah, man. But
I'm gonna tell you the best Halloween I ever had. I took my little cousins out there when Lake Carolina was Lake Carolina before it became Lake Carolina Hood. Man, I'm talking about they came back, dog, they was like, Nikki must have been living out there. They was getting the big bars, dog. Oh. They wasn't getting the peppermint like Sly. They wouldn't even have no church peppermints in there. They had the good stuff, the name brand stuff.
Yeah, I got Reese's, I got Twix, I got Snickers, I got Hershey bars with and without almonds. Now, I know not all parents. Dog. I know parents want their children to have candy, so I also have like Goldfish, the little bags of Goldfish crackers and stuff like that. Yeah,
you care too much about this, Nick.
Hey, right now let me veer off for a second with story time with Sly, man. We talking about Halloween and doing stupid shit on Halloween. I can think back to a time where our junior year in high school, we weren't our football team wasn't doing as well as we thought we should. And we had some detractors in the school who talked a lot of trash about us. So a group of fellas, not myself, not myself, some other guys.
Yeah, long time ago.
Long time ago. I can't remember the names because it was that long ago. So they decided to go and egg this one particular young lady's house who was talking a lot of trash about the football team. And these young men loaded up. They went to the local Winn-Dixie, brought about 5 dozen eggs and loaded up. Tore that poor house up. Come to find out the next day it was the wrong house.
How embarrassing. Oh man.
Somebody got their house tore up and don't have no idea why the hell they have.
Oh man. Somebody husband or wife probably had to call Nikki, dog, because they was like, that's somebody you know. They had to be. Oh man, that's messed up, dog. That's messed up. Y'all causing problems in households that ain't got nothing to do with that.
Wow.
That's messed up, dog.
Those guys had about two carloads to go to that house.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Oh God. Those other guys, they went wrong real bad. It went wrong. Those guys. Look at Stacy talking about Winn-Dixie just told all of your age. Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
We had a dude on our team named Big Winn-Dixie.
Yep, Big Winn-Dixie was on our squad.
Are you serious? Yeah,
we had some horrible nicknames growing up. We gave some real bad. It was a guy we used to call GG. GG stood for gay gremlin.
Oh,
that's wrong.
That was his nickname. That was his nickname. Hey, we was rough. Not I. When I say we, they were rough. They were rough. But Chance will vouch for me. I didn't come up with any of these names. One person came up with his name.
Yeah, my boy, he came up with most all of them.
One person came up with all these names.
But Coach Springer came up with Big Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, Coach Springer came up with Big Winn-Dixie. My homeboy named Soul Booty. He had a real big booty. He called him Soul.
Shout out to Soul. He should be on the podcast.
He should be on the podcast.
Yeah, don't shout him out. Don't shout him out.
Yeah, did he pay his dues? I don't know if he paid his dues. We can't shout him out. But we had some rough nicknames, but No Face. Yeah.
I ain't think you're gonna bring that one up. God.
These are not good nicknames, y'all.
Well, the people don't know who we talking about. There's only a certain group of people who know who we talking about. But one man came up. He our partner to this day. But he came up with all the nicknames. He came up with all the nicknames, and they was rough.
Boys, wow.
They was rough, but you know what?
They stuck.
They stuck. But just to think, though, if you look back on it, when you step back in time and you look back on it, we literally called their boy Gay Gremlin. That was his name, GG, and he responded. He responded with like, "That was your nickname. That was your nickname," and he wasn't gay. Now he was ugly. but that was his nickname. But the political correctness police, all that kids, we weren't that sensitive back then, man.
You couldn't have been. No. You could not have been sensitive back on some of those teams we played on, dog.
They can rub on the temples over there. She like,
I'm sitting here just going.
I can't comment on these.
Yeah. Listen, boy, it's been tough in them locker rooms. You had to have tough skin, or you had to be able to crack back. If you couldn't crack back, you just got roasted.
Is that a good thing? Though? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's somewhere in the middle, but we did go a little too hard on some people that we don't know how that affect their life.
I don't know, dog.
We got one
broken children grow up to be broken, as they say.
Well, we got one person who's still mad at me, and I ain't even call him the name. I don't even call him the name. He blocked me every other week or every other month. This mugger blocked me, and I don't even call him the name. I ain't even give him the name. How you give it a name? You remember the song Doo Doo Brown came out back then?
No, don't tell that story. Don't do it.
Somebody caught him taking a dump in the middle school bathroom. And his nickname became that one person who thinks of all the nicknames. He gave him the nickname of Doo-Doo, and the nickname stuck. But the thing is, he gets mad at me, but I wasn't even in the class because it came to a head one day, Nikki. It came to a head, and he lost it. He was about ready to kill everybody in the room. If he had a pistol, he might have been a school shooter that day. If he had a pistol.
I just feel like this conversation has just taken
a big shift.
It always does.
It always does. We don't stay on time. But the thing is, he's mad at me to this day, and I wasn't even in the damn room. I wasn't even in the room, and he mad at me. I wasn't even around. So, but anyway. I guess I'm big bad bully Sly, man.
You're a real unlikable guy.
But most people like me, man. Most people like me. He liked me too. Shit, I like him. I still like him. He's still my man, $100,000. And it ain't nothing wrong. I like him because he's my friend. I like him. He's my friend. He's a good guy. He's a real good guy. He's my friend. I like him as a friend. Now, unlike Dwight Howard, the way Dwight Howard likes the boys.
That's his business. That's his business.
That's a different
Wherever
kind of
he
life.
lay his wood, he said it's his business. Whatever goes on in his bedroom is his business.
When he chopped down his tree and that thing land, that's on him.
Hey man,
I ain't never heard that one either. That's good.
Speaking of
what you said, Nick.
When he chopped down that tree and that thing land, that's on him.
Oh, wait a minute.
Apparently, according to the rumor reports out there, the white don't mind where it land. He can land on anything. He don't mind. What's that? He's a pansexual, I think. Well, he hadn't come out. Now, okay, let's rewind. What's going on in the news? Dwight Howard is being sued. Somebody's taking him to, I don't know what you call it. I know it ain't criminal court. It's the other court. Civil court. They take, see, that's why we got somebody on the show who can help us out with these legal issues. But he's going to civil court. He's going to civil court because apparently some guy said that he went to a hotel room with Dwight Howard and he was expecting it to be him and Dwight. But Dwight brought in a tranny, and they I guess ran a train on this dude, and the dude went down for it.
Wait a minute here.
Yeah.
So basically, the dude is saying that he was raped.
Yeah. Sexually assaulted.
He was sexually assaulted. Now, this is what I understand. I think if you like sexually assaulted, ain't that like a crime? I mean, even if it's a dude, you're supposed to report that to the police.
Yeah. And just for the record, Sly, and court point this out. We don't say what you said. We say a transsexual.
What do you mean?
Transgender.
It's a nickname. Like if you said,
but Mike, it's not politically correct.
If you said Mike, you would say Mikey. Same thing. You say Nick.
Okay.
Call him Nicky.
Listen. Okay. My duty is just and advise, and that's what I did. It's on record.
Educate, inform, and advise.
Okay, so we will now call them trans. Dwight brought a trans allegedly. I forgot we got to put the allegedly in too, because we do have a lot of listeners. I don't want this to get back to Dwight and he sues us, because we are huge. We're huge. We big in Pakistan too. We are the number 2 rated urban podcast in Pakistan. I don't know if you know that, but yeah. But anyway,
well, you didn't know. Now you know.
Now you know. Anyway, man, Dwight brought this dude back allegedly, and him and a train ran a train. That's a tongue twister for yourself on the dude. Now the dude's suing. So my question is, ain't you supposed to report that to the police or something? How you skip the police and go straight to the suing to get the money?
It's like a year later when it came out. I think maybe 2 years. I think this happened 2021.
I mean, it's akin to what happened like in the Bill Cosby thing. They didn't report it back in Selma time, but they pursued him later. So same thing.
I don't know, man.
When is this? I guess each state has a different statute of limitation, huh?
Yeah, it varies.
But
there's no consistency, unfortunately.
But my thing is, man, Dwight, man, if you gay, man, go on and do your gay thing. Be the biggest queen you can be. Don't nobody.
Yeah, be proud, be loud. Do you? Yeah.
But go on and pick a side. That's all I said. Just pick a side. You
don't have to pick a side. That's the thing.
You gotta pick a side. It ain't no going back and forth for dudes.
No, you can double dutch. You can.
No, if you gay. Check this out. Would you mess with him? Well, you happily married, dude. You happily married.
I'm just saying.
Happily married. But before you got married, if you found out some dude that you was dating used to be with men, would you still be with that dude? Huh? Or would you say, nah,
my lips are dry.
There you go. There you go.
She had to eat a Snickers.
I had to snap it to a Slim Jim.
There you go, man. So my thing is, man.
But Sly, that don't mean that people can't do what they want to do. Just because you wouldn't want to get with that person, because like, all right, as a guy, if you gotta turn it both ways. If a girl used to be talking to girls, would you be like, no, I can't fool you?
It don't work that way. It don't work that way.
It do.
So what? I'm a hypocrite. Okay, you caught
me. Well, okay. She not turning the threesome with you. It's just that she been with a girl before. But she ain't bringing no other girl.
Oh, she's a dirty gay broad. Get away from me. Get away. No. You better bring all that fun to me. I need the fun too. I need you and one of your old lady friends too.
Hey, that's a real conversation though. You can't. Would you really want to do that? Though?
So that means you need to do a RIP 28 after dark.
But you know what though? I do. I you know.
Get after dark on
this
show.
I say some of this stuff jokingly. But I just think it is more widely accepted for a woman to be bisexual than for a dude to be bisexual. And I'm from the mindset of, if that's the way you go ahead and do what you do. All right. If you want to be gay, be gay. You know, I don't have no problem with you being gay. Matter of fact, I encourage you to go ahead and be gay. That's one less dude I got to worry about. That's one less competition. I got less competition.
So you ain't supposed to have no more competition. Right?
Oh, that is right. My bad. But
let them know what's up. Exactly.
Hey, what's wrong with this guy, man? What's wrong with this guy, man?
Yeah. But yeah, so I just, but with Dwight Howard, I think Dwight Howard, and this is just me from the outside looking in, this is my assumption, I think he is the guy. If you know about his history, Dwight parents were preachers. He went to Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy, and Dwight lived a really, really sheltered life, and hard-pressed, hardcore Christian life. And I think he left to go to the NBA at 18 years old. So when you have somebody who's just sheltered like that, when you put him out in the street, and then you got every woman in the world thrown at you, I guess he just got curious and just wanted more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just wanted more and more, whatever he could get. And he just couldn't get his freak flag conquered. So just out there.
I see. I look at it a little bit different. Sometimes when you're too sheltered, you don't get the opportunity to explore and figure out where you are. So then once you dabble into everything because you're just trying to figure it out.
I think that's what he was saying. But to kind of expand on this a little bit, he's saying that he was sheltered, he went to Christian school, and now he got $100 million. It seems like all these rich people in the movies and all that stuff, they think they can do everything they want to, and they don't even care if it's a girl, boy, whatever. You know, back in the Bible time, king or whatever had little boys and stuff. It's just like they feel like they don't have no limits, stuff like that. And I just don't like that. I mean, I can't judge, but I just think that, you know, if they was regular people like us making a regular salary, we wouldn't go that way. But then they get rich and famous and all this stuff, and they do all kind of crazy.
Yeah. But guess what? If they were like us making a regular salary, we wouldn't be having this conversation because we wouldn't care.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I mean, I still don't care. It's just that we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
For real. I guess, man. Go ahead, Sly.
No, I was going on the comments. It said, Courtney says she said that's like saying his environment made him gay, and that's not fair. I didn't say that his environment made him gay. I'm saying that because he was in a repressed environment where everything was totally 100% Christian, you got to do this, you can't sin, you can't do nothing. When he got out into the real world, then he just let everything loose. I'm saying, if anything, his environment kept his true self away from him. If that's the way you want to look at it, his environment kept who he really was locked away. And now when he got out in the world, then he became who he wanted to be.
So y'all think that people born that way, or they get persuaded that way? That's a great question.
I think it's a little bit of both. Because everybody got that cousin. They knew he was gay from the moment you seen him. You know, he played with the girl. He ain't played with you. Everybody got that cousin. And everybody got that cousin who was a tomboy, who threw the ball better than everybody and liked wearing boy clothes. You know what I'm saying? We all got that. So, you know, some people know from birth. Some people, you know, they become gay because they might fall in love with somebody. Like some of these women who claim they're gay. I don't believe some of these women who claim they're gay. They got 3 kids with 3 different baby daddies and them been dogged out by all 3. And now they go and find a girl who looked like their first baby daddy. So I mean,
look like Manny Fresh.
Yeah, look like Manny Fresh. And
that is not right. That is
you gay.
So not right.
Miggy Manny Fresh.
You know, so they ain't gay. They just pissed off at men. A lot of them pissed off at men. My thing is, if you a woman and you gay, why would you want to get with a woman that looked like a man? That I don't get that part. And you know what? How come none of the bulldaggers
No,
that's an appropriate term, ain't it?
No, it's not.
You can use that.
No.
Ricky Smiley use it.
There are studs and there are femmes.
Okay. Well, how come none of the studs want to be an outstanding young gentleman? How come they all want to dress up like thugs and take all the extra large t-shirts? You know what I'm saying? How come none of them want to dress up and be an outstanding young gentleman?
Hey, man, I just feel everybody get to do what they want to do. You make your choices.
I can't.
It is what it is at the end of the day. I just because they live a public life don't mean we have to be in their business. Let that man do what he want to do. It is what it is, man.
Exactly. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely not affecting what we do in life at all.
Yeah, you know, but that's the thing. Though.
But Sly do have some good points about some things, man. Like, you know, yeah, he does, man. I mean,
Brian, you're not letting us move on, bro. You're not letting us move on.
But why put that out there? Some good questions. He had a good question. He has a few good questions, but you know, I digress.
Stacy keeps shouting segue. Stacy, I don't run from nothing. I don't run from it. I own my own business. I don't have to run. But anyway, man, you know, since Stacy says segue, we're gonna go ahead and segue, man. And I'm glad that Stacy mentioned it because
she want to be the producer now.
Yeah, she want to be the producer, you know. But this is something that actually came up on Stacy's page. You know, Stacy is our resident shit starter on Facebook. She had some stuff, post some stuff to start some shit. So stick with me. This is a long read right here.
Okay.
Mama drama. My 16-year-old daughter feels entitled to my child support. I get it from her father. How would you handle this? I also think her father is putting things in her head. Either way, the money he sends is for me to take care for her. And she doesn't grasp paying bills, which also benefits her siblings, is a part of this. Now, the daughter responded, my dad told me how much he pays you in child support. He showed me. I just don't understand how my dad pays $1,900 a month in child support. When I ask for something, you say no. Also, you use the money my dad sends to take care of me to spend on Aaron and Jess. When I ask for something, it's always a problem, and you threaten to take my phone away when I do anything you don't like. If it wasn't for me being here and my dad paying you, couldn't afford to keep the house. I do love you, but I feel like you take advantage of having me here. I would rather live with my dad, and I just want you to allow for it to happen without making a big issue. I don't think it's right. I don't benefit from my dad's child support, yet you spend it on everyone and everything else. I always have to struggle for everything, and know it's not right when you get paid so much for me. And then the response for this, for those of you asking, she is complaining. For those of you asking, she is complaining. She asks for her nails done, which would be unfair to her sister. So no, not happening. Wants money to order lunch at school from a pizza place they can order from. Asks for money for things that are unnecessary. I give her money for things that are necessity. Recently began demanding $800 to do driver's ed. I just can't use $800 for driver's ed right now. Now that was a lot to take in. How y'all feel about that? Because I got a lot to say about that.
Well, before you do, let Nikki get her points in, because we don't want to veer off too far before
you go ahead, soliloquy.
Well, first of all, a child needs to stay in a child's place. At the end of the day, $1,900 may seem like a lot to her, but $1,900 really doesn't go far in the grand scheme of things. It just really doesn't. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So it's not like mom is mom. Who says mom is balling out of control? I don't know. It didn't say in the email whether mom was giving the daughter an allowance or anything like that.
Apparently she's not.
Yeah, I mean, she needs to sit down somewhere. At the end of the day, she's not entitled to receive the $1,900. Now, do I think mom is wrong on some things? Like, if she wants to get her nails done, she's what, 16, 17? She should be able to get her nails done. I mean, that's part of it being a teenager and stuff like that. It's an occasional thing, but to feel like she should be able to dictate what her mother does with that money is ludicrous. And I'd be done told her where to go and how to get there.
Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Not how to get there.
What y'all get?
You sound old when you said that one.
Because I'm speaking from experience. So with my son, my husband is not my son's biological father, but my husband raised my son. My husband actually adopted my son when he was in the 4th grade, and my son's 25 now. And I was getting child support from his biological father. And when my son asked me for certain things, if we could afford it, I did it. And even now, I'm still getting child support, even though my son is 25. And now they put child support on like this little prepaid card or whatever. My son has that.
Whoa! Stop pressing. Your son's 25 and you get child support?
Oh, so when my husband adopted my son, his biological father was in arrears by a lot.
Oh, okay.
By a lot.
Catch up.
And he still hasn't caught up yet.
Wow.
So yeah. So my son, he has the card, and I let him know. So I get the alert when his biological father has added more money to it, and I'll go and I'll say, Michael, hey, there's this much on the card now. Ball out, But yeah, no, she needs to stay in a child's place. She sounds like she's very entitled, and it does sound like dad may be planting some seeds. But what dad fails to realize is if daughter moves in with him, it's gonna cost him more than that $1,900.
But shouldn't he get child support then?
Definitely. Definitely. No, don't get it twisted. I'm an equal opportunity when it comes to the parenting stuff. But the thing about it is, in South Carolina, we have a child support calculator that was invented by Thomas Traxler, and it takes everything into consideration: the parents' living arrangements, whether there's other children in the house, whether there's any, daycare expenses and all that good stuff. And they calculate based upon that what's fair. Now, I don't know what jurisdiction this mother is living in, but evidently for her to be getting that much money, a court determined that that's what she's entitled to. So, but she's entitled to that to take care of the child. And if this is the thing, you have multiple children. I could only afford one child, so that's all I had. That's all I could afford. I had one. I was one and done. That was it for me. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about a household, you're talking about groceries, you're talking about lights, you're talking about, electricity, you're talking about cable, streaming services, you're talking about all that stuff adds up.
Well, let's stop for a second right there. And this is where I want to pause. This is where I want to pause that conversation. And this is the problem that I have with some people when they complain about child support. I am from the thought process that child support is necessary. I mean, somebody got to pay for that kid. Somebody got to pay. And if that kid is not living with you, then it's your job to pay. Your job to pay. Now, you said you need rent, you need light bill, water bill, cable bill. All right, let's just take them big basic bills.
Okay.
If that child was there or if that child was not there, those same bills still exist. Those same bills still exist. So it's not like that child is costing you extra rent, or he costing, he might leave the light on a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? The water might stay on. Your bill don't change that much.
You may have needed a house with an additional bedroom because of that child.
But those core bills stay somewhat the same. Those core bills stay somewhat the same. Okay. So my thing is, and we're just going to take this 1900. We're going to take this 1900, this one case scenario. Let's say she's staying in the top of the line. Not top of the line, but let's say she's staying in because we're all born and raised in Columbia, we're going to use the Columbia, South Carolina market. Because if we use New York City, that $1,900 a month really don't mean shit. But we're going to say Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay. You
can get you a 4-bedroom house. You can rent a 4-bedroom house for, let's say, $1,500 a month. That sounds about right. $1,500 a month.
That sounds right.
$1,500 a month. That 4-bedroom house, your light bill, your water bill, cable bill should probably equal up to probably, let's say, another $400 a month. So they go $1,900 a month. What you're telling me, 15 plus 4 is $1,900. So you're telling me that one child is responsible for all the core bills in the house? That's what you're saying. That one child is responsible for all the core bills in the house.
Yeah, I hear what they're saying.
That's exactly what it's.
But I will say that the girl said, if I went here, I can afford the rent.
Exactly.
And maybe in that situation, but in the most part, that's extra. But it should be extra. But then the woman can also say, I don't want to live in the hood and send my kid to the worst school in the county. I want them to go to a better school, so that's the reason that I stay in.
I'm gonna ask something that everybody want to ask. Are the other kids' fathers paying $1,900 too?
I thought about that too.
And I think that's what she said. They wasn't.
I think that's what everybody really want to know. I think a lot of people really want to know. Are the other two? I'm guessing it's at least two, because you said your sisters or somebody and somebody. If I'm not mistaken, am I right?
Well, right here, she said her last sentence. She said she doesn't grasp paying my bills, which also benefits her siblings.
Yeah, her and her siblings. So that means it's more than one. So is each father, if they have different fathers, are they paying $1,900 also?
It's not the same across the board, because when you're, like I said, when you're looking at that calculator, they take into consideration the living conditions, the salary of each individual. So maybe this particular father, this particular man that she created this young lady with, maybe this was a person who made wise decisions in life and his pockets run a little bit deeper. And the other guys are not in that situation. And so I can speak from experience, because my husband was married before he got married to me, and he had children, from his previous marriage. My husband was the guy who could afford to pay more, right? And as a result of that, the money that my husband was providing was taking care of another household. Without that money, that household would have fallen. That's just real talk. It's the way it is. But we couldn't focus on that. At the end of the day, with his other children being with their mother, if that's the money that we needed to pay to make sure that they were taken care of, to make sure that they had what they needed, the fact that their siblings benefited from it, it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
So Sly or Nick, how much money you got to make to have to pay $1,900?
Yeah, to pay $1,900, you got to be making probably close to 160.
Yeah, you're making six figures for sure.
Yeah, you making close to 160. You paying $1,900 a month.
Yeah. So. And on the flip side, I don't know what mom's education level is, so what her income potential looks like, because like I said, all that goes into this magic calculator that spits out a number. That's how it works.
But see, my problem is I don't have that big of a issue with the calculator, with them figuring out what the guy has to pay, because that's just it. I mean, it is what it is. You can argue as much as you want. I believe in, hey, keep the white man out your business as much as you can. If y'all would have had a conversation before you went to court, maybe you could have avoided that. Maybe, it's a lot of variables. It's a lot of variables, but I believe if you can, keep the man out your business, if you can. But sometimes it don't work, and you got deadbeats out there who need to be forced to pay child support. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
What's my screen name tonight?
No child support here.
No child support here.
You know why? Because I'm gonna do what I gotta do for that same reason you said. I don't want nobody in my business dictating to me what I need to do and what I already know. I had a child. I know I gotta take care of my responsibility. I just feel it shouldn't. I know it's deadbeats, but I just feel like if you got that child, go ahead and step up and keep people out your business. I'm just that type of person. I don't like nobody in my business.
I will fully acknowledge, because I used to do family law and I worked at DSS for 2 years. I will fully acknowledge that the system is not set up to benefit men. That is a hardcore fact. But at the end of the day, if we had more stand-up individuals like you guys that are saying, hey, I'm gonna sit down and have a conversation and I'm gonna take care of mine, I'm gonna do what I need to do, then they wouldn't be impacted. But what happens is they get mad at the mom, and then mom gets pissed off because he don't want her anymore and all this other good stuff or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you, once DSS is in your business, good luck getting them out. That's just how it works. So, and that's what happens. It's just consequence. Don't be ran by emotions. You need to think logically, but not everybody thinks logically.
It's just like everything, like at your job, if somebody get hurt doing a certain task, stuff like that, then they make all these safeguards to where nobody else in the whole company around the nation can do that same thing. So it's the same thing with child support. You have one guy or a group of guys that don't handle their business. It affects everybody else who we trying to do good.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see that somebody was like, even if you do everything right, if she could put you on, she will. But then that becomes a matter of being more selective about who you lay down with.
Hey,
who always say that?
I always say that. You gotta
be more selective. Every time you sleep with somebody, you got to think. I'm saying if they're still in their fertile years and all that good stuff. But every time you sleep with somebody, you got to think, if there's a mistake and I end up creating a life with this person, do I want to be obligated to be attached to this person for the next 18, 19, 20, 21 years?
But you never stop being a parent. You always attached to that kid.
Oh, no,
So that's
a
life decision. So I'm agreeing with you. You and Sly, you better be selective. You better be selective because that could become a nightmare.
Right.
Those 3 minutes of fun.
Not 3 minutes. We're not even gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna walk through that door.
One and a half. That's all that
not gonna walk through that door. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Hey, like Bernie Mac said, in a heavyweight fight, people have been knocked down in less than 3 minutes.
Hey. Yeah. I mean, but it personally upsets me a lot, especially when I see women do it where they go online and they bash the father of their children and stuff like that. At the end of the day, there was something that you liked about him at some point that made you lay down with him and create a life. And at the end of the day, that person is half of who your child is. And so for me, in my personal situation, even though my son's biological father and I haven't spoken in like 20 years and all this good stuff, I don't have any regrets because were it not for him, I wouldn't have my son.
That's a mature
way.
I'm just
glad I'm a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
It's just easier. It's just easier.
And I tell people all the time, man, it's just easy. It's easier for me. And like I have joint custody of my son. So it's easy for me, and a lot of problems that people have, I don't particularly have those problems because me and my ex-wife, we ain't friends. I mean, we got divorced for a reason. But when it comes to my son, a lot of stuff we can work out. And if a bill come up or something like that, and we got to split the bill, and one of us don't have it, the other person pay it, and we got faith that they'll get it back to us when we can. But every situation ain't like mine. It's
not.
So it's definitely easier that way, Sly. Me and my son's mom, we don't agree on everything, but when it comes to the kid, we are definitely gonna do what's in the best interest for him and them. It's not gonna be where we gonna present because you feel this way and I feel this way. It's gonna be divided. No, we gonna work out whatever we gotta work out, and we just gonna make it work, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be.
Stacey sitting up here talking about so men wrap it up. Why I gotta be on the man? Hey, go and get on some birth control.
Everybody can't take birth control.
Well, the thing is, once you get that raw feeling, it's over. It's over. What? I done got into a full-fledged relationship at one time just because I didn't want to wear condom no more. Shit, come on.
I can't.
Come on.
I can't.
What the fuck is a condom? What?
I cannot. I cannot. But I understand.
I will say this, man. Sly, y'all too. Y'all know y'all had other relationships, whatever. I feel really blessed to only have one relationship and not have to worry about baby mamas and all that stuff. Because I hear a whole bunch of stories, man. I'll be like, whew, glad I ain't had to deal with that.
Yeah,
I think you two guys dealt with it good. I think, because I think y'all stand up dudes for the most part, other than talking shit all the time. But y'all, y'all take care of y'all responsibilities. So y'all ain't in that equation. But there's a lot of dudes or a lot of dudes and women that they just can't get it right. They can't get along. They vengeful. They just do stuff just to get back at the other person, type stuff like that. Man, it's like, man,
because it's about self.
It's about self and it's about emotion.
You got to take self out of it. You got to take yourself out of it.
It ain't about you.
Speaking on that 1900, Bo, listen, that goes into my son done extracurricular activities. One of his baseball teams, man. That I'd be like, man, I might better go get on child support. I'm just playing. I'm joking. But yeah, man, I'll tell you, that's what hurts you though. When them kids in extracurricular activities, that money you thought you had to go to Cancun, that thing going to baseball, volleyball, cheer camp, going over to the space, man, you just can't, can't account for that money no more.
Shoes two sides growing every month.
Hey, listen. My son is 6 years old. He'll be 7 in December. That joker is 4'4", almost 4'5". He put on some sweatpants this morning to go to training. Man, they was up on his knee. I said, God dog, boy, they just spent last week. I said, man, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah,
I can't keep buying these shoes and then track spikes and baseball bats and leotards and man, listen, I can't. These kids is expensive.
That's what I'm saying. 1900 really doesn't go far. It really doesn't.
It really don't. It don't matter if you're in Columbia. 1900 is really no money, y'all. I mean, I know it sucks to have to pay it every month.
I don't like how you say that 1900 ain't no money, man.
I'm talking about as in the aspect of kids and paying bills. It's not, Slot.
I think it is, man. I think, and this is my argument, and we'll go.
But tell me how. Just tell me how.
Just
paying bills.
Just going with the $1,500 mortgage or the $1,500 rent. You know what I'm saying? For that four bedroom house or apartment or whatever, if it's $1,500 a month, and you should be able to pay your light bill, your water bill, and your cable bill for additional $400. So they go your 1,900. Now, if you are a grown working adult and you do not have to pay a mortgage, light bill, water bill, and a cable bill, you should be able to fucking survive. You know what I'm saying? Survival shouldn't be your issue. If you are a grown working adult, you know, if somebody giving you your mortgage, your light bill, and your water bill every month.
But should you give 1,900 to that kid? Or half?
That was the question. That was the question: is the kid entitled to that money? I do believe the kid is entitled to some. Not the whole 19. There ain't no way in hell I'm giving no.
No, you can't give a kid. First off, she's only 16. She's not responsible enough to handle that type of financial responsibility. Second of all, somebody, like you were saying, somebody has to pay for this food that you're eating. I don't know what other extracurricular activities she's in, but I do think that somebody has to pay for that. But I also agree with Nikki that getting her nails done occasionally shouldn't be a big deal out of that money.
And see,
that's my opinion.
I think the kid should get a little chunk of that money each month, especially at the age of 16. If the kid is 5, the kid don't need no money. You know what I'm saying? The kid in elementary school, the kid don't need no money. But if you're in high school, I think you should get a cut of that money. And in my head, if I was the supreme ruler of all, you know, once you got your child support dictated, this is what you're getting on child support, I would say, okay, let's go and take a look at these bills. You know what I'm saying? You only occupy one room of this house. That's $1,500 a month. You know what I'm saying? So is 4 people in the house or 4 people? So 4, let's say 1,600. That make it easier. 1,600 divided by 4, that's 400 for your rent. You know, so 400 will go toward rent. The light bill, divide that in 4. That go toward this. The meal, you get all the bills. You show the kid all the bills, and you show what these bills equal up to. And you show the kid what they equal up to. And then when the kids see that it ain't nothing but $75 left out of that 1,900, then your kid will go, oh, I get it. But see, a lot of times, I believe
that's a lot of power. I don't have to show you a damn thing. You my child.
That's a lot of that's a lot of power for a kid.
I agree. But apparently these two got some type of relationship that if the mom comment on something on Facebook, if the mom writes something on Facebook, the kid can respond. Me and mama, I'm 44. I don't even have that relationship with my mama. If she writes something on Facebook, I can't respond. But apparently they got some type of relationship where the child feel that they can get in grown folk business and talk. Hell, I got more.
And that's the problem.
I got more problem with the child getting on Facebook responding to what the mama saying. I'm like, come on,
right? Yeah, that's
the these issue. New age parents.
And Court pointed out just what I was about to say. She probably went to her daddy and asked her daddy to get her nails done. And her daddy, well, I'm giving your mama $1,900 a month. What's she doing with that? She's spending it on blah 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 blah.
I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him for saying that. I'm not mad at him for saying that. He might have called at the wrong time too. He might have been short himself.
You know what should happen though. All right, so you have to pay child support. It should be where they say, all right, you got to spend this child support on A, B, and C. And if that money go to that, then ain't no problem. Like say, all right, I get $1,000 a month. Girl get $1,000 a month child support. You have to spend that money on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just get the money. Be like, all right, I got this extra because I got a job too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be at the club, bottoming out, doing all this stuff. So if it's like, all right, like you said, you split it up with the bills or whatever. If you just pay the bills or pay whatever with that money, then nobody else can be in your business or whatever because you know where the money goes.
Yeah, and see, that's my thing. I think you were talking about a debit card that you got a debit card from the state or something like that. I think everybody should get that card for child support. And then whatever you spend, you know what I'm saying? I believe that the baby daddy should be able to audit that debit card. I believe he should be able to audit that debit card. Because if you're spending it on child support and I see that you spent $100 at Food Lion, okay, you buying food. I get it. I see you spend $1,000 on rent. Okay, you spending the money on rent. You know what I'm saying? But if I look on that debit card and I see you done spent $500 at Mr. Lucky's, we got a problem.
First of all, I can't pay my mortgage with that state provided debit card, which means the mortgage is not going to come out of that. My light bill is not going to come out of that.
Well, you can pay your light bill with it.
None of that's going to happen. I have all my stuff. It's easy for me to have all my stuff to be auto debited from my checking account where my check. You asking me to take extra steps so that this fool that I made a decision I ain't want to be with no more can audit me? No, that's going too far. And then if you took the responsibility off of the non-custodial parent, because we're assuming it's a situation in which the mother always has custody. That's not always the case. So we're just going to say we're trying to give a non-custodial parent the ability to dictate what the custodial parent does. That's crazy. You can't put that responsibility on the state because the state is slack as I don't know what. So who's going to regulate that?
But that's why I say he should have access to what's being to that card where he can self-audit them. He can self-audit.
And y'all do know it's not always that guy's decision not to be the custodial parent. You know, I said it's not his decision 90% of the time. He might want the kids, but he can't get them because the law say mama gotta have them.
And that's the thing.
But it's not automatic now. I'm gonna tell you that. It's not automatic. And a lot of people think that based upon history.
I said 95%.
Yeah, based off of history, a lot of people think that's the case. But more and more judges now are focusing on solely, well, they're supposed to be doing it at the beginning of all this time to do what's in the best interest of the child. And more judges are now realizing the best interest of the child is not always necessarily to be with the mother.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing, though. You got to think about it. How bad of a mother that you have to be for you not to get custody, go to court and not get custody for your child. You have to be a really bad mother, or your ex has to have a really, really high-powered lawyer, or be a really, really good lawyer. For the dude to get custody of a child, for a judge, for a man and a woman to walk into a courtroom and the judge says, "Nah, lady, I think this child should go with his dad." Think about how big a fuck up that lady got to be. Think about it.
When I was a family law attorney, I helped a lot of dads get custody of the you know what the main factor was in a lot of those cases? It was alienation of affection. So it was these mothers that were planting seeds in the heads of these children that were trying to cause a divide between the children and the father.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not healthy. And so that was the deciding factor in a lot of those cases, that alienation of affection. They look down on that, especially if you're able to prove it. And now with all this technology, with social media and text messaging and all this good stuff, more and more fathers are in a position to prove that the mother of the child is doing that.
Yeah,
we got one partner who got custody of his kid. Y'all might not be aware of the situation. I ain't bringing up a name, but yeah, he had to keep like every text message, every email, all that stuff. I mean, he had to be like a detective almost just to make sure he got custody of his kid. I mean, it was the right decision. I think the mama had 4 other kids. She probably stayed in the projects, something like that. But he was trying to do good for himself, had a nice job and all that. But it's like he had to really, really prove that he should have kids. It's like women don't have to do that.
They don't have to do that.
But then it goes back. But it goes back to that initial statement that Sly and I agree upon: be more selective about who you lay down and create children with.
Yeah, that sounds good, and I preach that. I preach that all the time. But
people change too.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, when you're trying to get one,
See,
at the club
I'm not following
just trying to bag one to get home. Sometimes shit happens. It's a lot of babies out there that should be named "Shit Happened."
No,
a lot of babies.
I'm not going down that hole.
Get out there, So
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm asleep.
Well,
same. Now, I'm rolling over.
Now.
But
always. Bro,
don't play my boy like that. Tanisha was his first, last, and everything. That's
first, my last, my everything.
The answer to all. Hey, don't try to play my boy like that.
What was my boy? He said his name was on Money Talk.
Oh yeah. Sammy Davis Jr. No, it was something Diane Carroll Jr. Whatever. But anyway, man.
Come on, Diane Carroll.
But it was Vic Corleone Jr. That's who it was.
There you go.
Wow. Yeah, Vic Corleone Jr. But yeah, man. So hey, interesting thing, man. Interesting topic, man. We'll never get the answer to this child support thing. We'll never figure it out, because the thing is, every situation is a little bit different, and we want to look at stuff from our viewpoint. We can only see stuff from our viewpoint. We look at our listeners, Stacy making a lot of comments, but Stacy saying it from her viewpoint and just her situation. You got Big Al making comments, but that's just from his situation and his thing. Both of them got questionable child's parents. You know what I'm saying? And both of them will agree with me on that one. But hey, y'all boned them or chose to let them bone you. So we go.
I could pry Big Al find somebody. Let's get some.
Go ahead, man.
Friday, Big Al. Hey, bro.
Watch your mouth. That's my classmate. Watch your mouth.
Vic Damone Jr.
Everybody get it, LeBron. Everybody get it.
But anyway, man. So we'll never know the answer to this, man. But I think everybody feels something different, and I feel that the kid should get something. I don't think she need to get $800 of the child support, but just give a little bit, and some.
Back in the 80s, when my mom was getting child support from my dad, I was getting $100 a month back in the 80s.
Yeah, but see, that's different though. The relationship is the relationship. Rich. I guess your mom had with your dad. Allowed that. Your mom was well off enough where that $100 didn't bother her. You know what I'm saying?
I wish y'all knew that back in high school. You remember too.
I remember I didn't go to high school with y'all. I went to high school in Japan. I didn't go to high school with y'all.
She went overseas. I should have asked for it in middle school. Could have got
but I was getting that $100 a month in middle school.
Hey, you
held out on us. That's how you do. That's how the booze you do.
A slice of pizza at lunch.
That square pizza, that was so delicious. Loved it.
Like, can I get an extra pizza, please?
But it's interesting, man. We talking about high school and middle school, man. So I guess what we need to do right now, we need to take that walk down the 90s block, man. You know what I'm saying? We go back to the greatest decade ever, and we take that 90s block. We go on the 90s block and talk about something that happened in the 1990s. So what we gonna do? we're going to talk about 1997. 1997, it was a lot of good songs out in 1997, but we're going to do 3 of them. And we're going to say which one do you choose? First one was Dru Hill, Never Make a Promise. I never make a promise that I
can't
keep.
Yeah. Or we're going to do Cupid from 112. Cupid. Cupid. Okay. Or
you don't know
My Body.
Give it a try.
My Body by LSG. My body all over your body, babe. Your body all over my body, babe.
Hey, Keith Sweat came out there in the middle of the night. My body beating for you. Hey, he came out that hard.
Wanna hear you shout.
If Sly laid his body on somebody in 1997, you ain't gonna see nobody else but him.
Hey, 1997, boy. Hey.
You still there?
Hey, that's a true statement. All over your body.
I was a 1997, boy. I can go like a jackrabbit back then, boy. I was cut, boy. Hey.
Boy, we went to school with you.
I punished him in 1997.
Hey, you cut anything. You cut ham, bologna, cheese.
must be cut from the varsity basketball team. He wasn't his body wasn't cut.
Oh, see the hate I got to deal with.
You shake like a milk dud now. You would shake like a milk dud then.
Hey,
you just a milk dud now.
See the hate I got to deal with, Nikki.
You're the baller, bro.
Nikki, since you are a guest, we're gonna say which you gonna go first. Which one of these 3 you choose, Nikki?
Oh, My Body for sure. That's that in the mood, freak, strip, black light, glow in the dark body paint kind of music.
Red light special.
Yeah, man. Stilettos, the whole shebang. That's my jam.
Boy, I'm telling you.
You had stilettos back in 98, 97? She used to get $100 a month. I forgot she was rich.
Yeah, my senior year in college, she was buying red bottoms.
Man, I'm telling you, hey, My Body's still on my mixtape playlist.
It's on mine too. That's why I say My Body.
So I'm going with My Body. What about you, LBZ? Which one you going with?
I'm going with Dru Hill, man. Never Make a Promise.
Never make. Is that the one where they did the step, the high jump on when he did the?
No, that's Tell Me.
Nah.
That's Tell Me.
Hey, y'all know Ja Rule was in that video doing the little step jump too.
For real?
That's a little known fact, right?
For real?
You lying?
I gotta go back and watch that.
Yeah, he was up there.
But that was Tell Me. That was Tell Me What You Want. Yeah. Brian, why you pick what you pick?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know, because around that time, I guess that was my jam, because I'd rather not say. We'll talk off air. We'll talk off air.
Okay.
What about you, Chance?
Well, man, hey, 112. That Cupid was one that was in my. I remember my sister gave me this 5-disc CD changer. You could program songs on it. So I had it on point where they come in the room, hit play, it was gone, and that probably number one song on there, the first one. But I don't know, LSD was bumping, man. So it's a hard one, but I'm gonna go with LSD because they had what was it, 3 of them, 4?
Yeah, Levert, Sweat, and Gill.
Yeah. Them boy was singing, man. Them boys.
He talking about how many was it?
Hey, you know a little bit of unknown history, I guess, a little known history. R. Kelly was originally supposed to be in LSG. Johnny Gill wasn't supposed to be in it. It was supposed to be Gerald Levert, Keith Sweat, and R. Kelly.
That's been cut.
Now, I think it turned out the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Hey, they ain't last. Hey, y'all do realize all them groups don't last at all. Like they just
well, Gerald Levert died, bro. Gerald Levert died.
Yeah.
But I mean, he ain't died during they.
Yeah, he did. He died during they run, because they were all successful solo singers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened? Keith Sweat he's never been in a group. Keith Sweat was never in a group, and Keith Sweat is a big time writer. He writes a lot and he produces a lot. So he came to Levert with the idea. He came to Gerald Levert because they were real tight friends. And he came with him the idea of starting a group. And so Keith Sweat always been a man about his money too. So he said, this is what we're going to do. We just going to split everything 3 ways. And so what happened, they went to R. Kelly first, and R. Kelly was set to join the group, but then he backed out at the last minute. And then so Gerald Levert ended up calling Johnny Gill, and Johnny Gill said, hell, I need some money. He wasn't selling. So it worked out perfectly for him, and that's how you got LSG.
LSG sounds a whole lot better than LSK.
Yeah, well, KSG,
KLS.
Yeah, they would have had another name. It would have been something. Now here, R. Kelly was recreative, so he made up.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you had R. Kelly writing that music for them 3, come on, man. It would have been some cold hits out there. If you had R. Kelly, right?
R. Kelly and Keith Sweat.
Come on, man. I don't know how you feel about the R. Kelly. For those of you watching, y'all can check our archives. We have a little clip out there on YouTube talking about, is R. Kelly really canceled? And it is our highest clip. It's our most watched clip. That one of Florida Evans. Florida Evans is a bad mother. Florida Evans is a bad mother. That's our highest clip.
Hey, Cobb, our residential rich person says she has to go with My Body.
Mm-hmm.
It's a classic. It's amazing.
I don't think you can go wrong with either, but I'm still gonna go with Never Make a Promise.
So this is probably gonna be controversial, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there and say it. I'm a concert goer, and probably one of the best it's a tie between R. Kelly and Prince. Did
you see the Musicology tour?
Mm-hmm.
That was the greatest concert I ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, but hear what I'm saying, because Prince, I'm obsessed with Prince. The purple one, I'm in love with him. But it was a tie between Prince and Kale's concert. That's how awesome R. Kelly concerts are.
They are.
And I've been to 3 of them.
I've seen Kale's in concert too. That fool ran off stage and he popped up in the damn crowd. And I was just glad nobody got pissed on him.
You know what?
Hey, but the man is a great entertainer, dog. He is.
There's no doubt.
He is. When he said the world's greatest, he wasn't lying.
Yeah.
Think how awesome the prison talent shows are right now. Think about it.
He winning all of them. No, that's not fair.
But he giving everybody a chance. He writing for some people. Now your talent just have to take over.
Oh, man. Man, you think about some of the music, though, that this man has put out, man. A lot of people just, we talking much shit about R. Kelly. R. Kelly, and first of all, don't nobody on this show endorses what R. Kelly the man did.
Of course not.
We do not endorse anything R. Kelly the man did.
Of course not.
He is a pervert for sure. But like most geniuses, most geniuses have some screw loose. There's something wrong with most people who are just absolute genius. They have some perverted thing about them, and that was his.
Nikki says, speak for yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with her. Maybe it wasn't.
You said the eyes go to the corner. You just don't know.
Hey, look, she hang with Sly, something wrong.
No,
something wrong with her.
Look at him, man.
Our elevator don't go to the top floor either.
Look at him. But anyway, so in our 90s block, man, we had 2 to 1. Me and Nikki said My Body. Chance said Cupid, and Braun said
I said My Body.
Oh, you said My Body?
Yeah, he said My Body.
Oh, well, you outvoted, bro. You outvoted bad, bro.
Hey, but it's okay. I'm a man that can stand alone, buddy. And be okay.
Shout out to Bathsheba. Sheba just jumped on. Shout out to Amp, man. It was Amp's birthday today, man.
P-Head.
Shout out to Amp. Tell Amp happy birthday, man.
That's my dog, P-Head. What up, P-Head? Happy birthday, Brody.
Well, yeah. But anyway, though, man, it's been another great episode of the Rip 28 podcast, man. Hey, Bron, you got any parting shots for us, Bron?
Man, I feel funny. You ain't go to the president first.
Oh, that is my bad. Screw you, bro. Chance, you got it. You got it. El Presidente. You got
dog. For us. I'm trying to be a good guy. Look what I get. Man, go ahead. Go ahead, El Presidente.
Hey, man, everybody have a good week, man. Be productive, man. Just do what you got to do to get where you got to get. That's all.
All right. LBZ, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
Man, just shout out to all our listeners and supporters. We really appreciate y'all support, your continued support. Shout out to our people in Pakistan. In Pakistan, y'all rule. But shout out to my boys at Brooklyn Casey, man, on the job well done this year. Proud of y'all, but the job is not finished. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do and keep this train rolling. Keep rolling.
Don't get that right.
I appreciate y'all. Let's go. Right. I need it.
And our very, very special guest, Nikki. I'm sorry. Hold on. Nichole Bates Davis Esquire. Okay. I'm sorry, Nichole Bates Davis Esquire.
I can't with you.
You have anything to say before we get out of here?
I've had a ball. So thank you for having me on. I will just say this, mental health as well. And as we're entering into the holiday season, be sure to take care of yourselves. You can't pour from an empty cup. So only do what you can and let it be at that.
Oh, man, I'm glad you said something. I forgot all about it, man. But we're going to have to get Nikki back on another time to talk about the anxious attorney. We'll have to get her on and talk about that a little bit so she can tell you a little bit more about the anxious attorney. I hope I said that right.
You did, and I would be happy to return.
Okay, perfect. Well, we're going to hold you to it.
Yeah, Nikki, hold on. Nikki, you're right, though. Around the holiday season is when, you miss your loved ones that not here no more the most. So, I mean, that is one thing you talking about mental health and all that. Just make sure y'all take care of yourself and y'all remember good time.
All right, man. Well, once again, it's been another great episode of the Rip 28 podcast. We're a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them. And what I like to do before I get out of here, I want to leave you with some wise words from a Southwest Atlanta poet. Something that you can use for your everyday life, an inspirational quote from Mr. Andre Benjamin. We on our backs staring at the stars above, talking about what we gonna be when we grow up. I said, what you wanna be? She said, alive. Now, the lesson out of this, sometimes people can't afford to have grand dreams. Just staying above the ground can be challenging enough. Alternatively, and less fantastically, staying alive is the greatest gift. Everything else is just a bonus. Hey, it's the Rip 28 podcast. We'll talk to you next week. Peace.
Andre 3K.
Well, that last part with me, Andre said the lyric. That last part I said, that was me.
Slide 3K.
There it is.
I cannot.
Slide 500.
I can't.